My hometown of Portland has been invaded by militarized federal law enforcement. These federal forces are beating, tear gassing, and detaining my neighbors. On Monday, Donald Trump promised to expand this invasion to other cities. If the line is not drawn in the sand right now, America may be staring down the barrel of martial law in the middle of a presidential election. Now, Mr. Hovakimian, you're a senior Justice Department official. You're in a position to know what's going on. And as you know, I informed you in advance that I would be asking questions this morning about the legality of what is happening in my hometown. So my first question is, do you believe that federal forces can patrol American cities over the objections of state and local officials and away from federal buildings?
Senator, I understand Portland is your hometown, and I understand there's a lot going on there right now, so I do extend my best wishes to your friends and family and constituents there. Senator, I will stand firm on the idea that Americans' right to free speech, to free assembly under the First Amendment are absolutely sacrosanct. Neither law enforcement nor the intelligence community should target or surveil Americans who are engaged in activity that's entirely protected by the First Amendment. This is a bedrock principle of our democracy. It's one that I stand by. Senator, peaceful protest is one thing and violence is another. And from where I sit, you know, law enforcement helping to quell violence.
My time is short.
Yes, Senator.
Nobody condones violence, and I have repeatedly said that. That's not the issue. The issue is whether that's a smokescreen for a federal takeover of local authority and local law enforcement. So, what is your reaction to what is going on in my hometown? Because I believe it is unconstitutional, and I believe the country needs government lawyers who aren't going to use the law as a smokescreen to justify this unconstitutional invasion over the objections of local officials.
Senator, as I began my remarks, I noted that the situation in Portland is volatile, and I do extend my, my best wishes to your constituents there. I have to say,
my constituents are interested in more than your best wishes. What they want to know is that these forces can't go wherever they want over the objections of local authorities.
Senator,
that's what they want.
Senator, the department is committed to enforcing the law while respecting and promoting the constitutional rights of all people. On this issue specifically,
I will tell you, the department is throwing the law in the trash can. This morning, a Republican, the first secretary of the department, said there is no way he would have allowed, as a governor, the federal government to do what is going on in my city. And you seem to want to extend best wishes to us and the like, and you're for the First Amendment, but I don't see any evidence that you're going to do anything different. And I'd like to hear that you're going to. So let me ask you one other question. Do you believe that unidentified federal forces in unmarked cars can drive around seizing and detaining American citizens? That's a yes or no question.
Senator, I believe in fully protecting the constitutional rights of American citizens, and I've done that as a prosecutor. I've done that as a DOJ official. And
that's not what I'm asking. What I'm asking is, do you believe that unidentified federal forces in unmarked cars can drive around seizing and detaining American citizens? That's a yes or no.
Senator, generally,
can you lean in a little bit more?
Yes, Vice Chairman, my apologies. Generally speaking, Senator, it's a great idea to identify oneself as a federal law enforcement officer. I will say that the department takes the constitutional rights of Americans very seriously. As you know, the state AG in Oregon has sued the federal government, and as is common, the Federal Programs Branch of the Civil Division of the Department is defending the lawsuit. The marshals are a named defendant in the lawsuit. So at this point, that there is ongoing litigation, and some of the matters you're asking about cut to the heart of that litigation.
That again is ducking the question. These are practices that are going on now over the objection of local officials, and you have equivocated. I consider these practices a massive invasion of the constitutional rights of my constituents. I think that these practices are essentially fascist practices that until recently would have been unthinkable in America, and your refusal to condemn what is going on in my hometown, and people know all about it. The first Secretary of Homeland Security was very clear about it this morning. These positions are not consistent with the position to which you've been nominated. Mr. Chairman, I intend to oppose his nomination.